Okay, Assalamualaikum. For our group, we will for my part, I will do a presentation on KSSR for chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay, let's start with chapter 1, curriculum transformation. So curriculum transformation refers to efforts to improve learning program to increase students' ability to achieve six aspirations, which are knowledge, thinking skills, leadership skills, bilingual skills, ethics and spirituality, as well as national identity. Okay. This transformation is done on content, pedagogy, and assessment. The content is rearranged and improved to keep students supplied with relevant knowledge, skills, and values current needs to meet the challenges of the 21st century learning type. Next is pedagogy. It emphasizes on in-depth learning through skills-based teaching and learning approach based on high-level thinking skills. This one is the focus is given to learning based on inquiry, problem solving, contextual learning, learning collaborative, and project-based learning and STEM approaches. Okay, so for assessments are carried out continuously to ensure development and achievement of student learning. The actual development and achievement of the level student mastery is recorded and reported descriptively to students and parents. The assessment in teaching and learning implemented in summative and formative forms. The teacher assesses how far the students can empower their learning standards by referring to the standards performance that was already been set, and then their actual development and achievement then recorded descriptively to the students itself and to their parents. Moving on to the curriculum development core, this plan is focused to student learning and achievement by targeting developed students who have six characteristics, like I said earlier, which are knowledge, thinking skills, leadership skills, bilingual skills, ethics and spirituality, and national identity for allowing them to compete globally. Every student will master Malay language as their national language, English as second language for international communication, and they will also learn other language as an additional language so that they can interact in social discourse, just like what had been specified in the Common European Framework of Reference, or CEFR for short. So the core is basically trying to create a balanced person in terms of intellectual, spiritual, emotional, physical, and social, a responsible citizens, a citizens who can play a role in the global area, and a knowledgeable workers. Next is primary school curriculum principles. An integrated approach is a key focus in curriculum formulation. So the first one is integrated approach. Okay, combining skills in one subject. For example, language subjects, there are four main skills, which are speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Two or more skills can be combined in one subject. Next is combining skills between subjects. For instance, activities drawing can be carried out in science subject. For the third one is absorption of various fields of knowledge in subjects and across points lessons. For example, science elements can be absorbed in language subjects. Next is absorption of values in the subject. For example, aspects of hygiene and safety is given emphasis while conducting practicals. And then there's cross-curricular elements include language, environment, science and technology, patriotism, thinking skills, learning skills, entrepreneurship, ICT, creativity, and innovation. And then there's integration between curriculum and co-curriculum. Co-curriculum activities strengthen and complete each other to in-room curriculum activities degrees. An integration can be implemented through curriculum, co-curriculum, and school culture. Let's start with curriculum. It has knowledgeable and skills and moral values. For uh, knowledgeable skills, knowledge and skills, for knowledge and skills, curriculum content can develop intellectual building and develop the thinking skills to analyze, reason, parse, formulate, and generate thoughtful and innovative ideas, since they are associated with daily life, daily life in global context. Next is that moral value, which is an important element and it always absorbed in each subject. For co-curriculum, it is a learning channel based on planned work movement. This activity is an extension for the process of teaching and learning in the classroom carried out through uniforms, associations or clubs, and sport teams. For school culture, it's an integrated approach should be made a culture in schools by practicing it continuously inside and outside the classroom. The school and all of the people in it are necessarily exist as a harmonious and integrated family. The next subtopic is overall individual development. Curriculums are formulated again to ensure that all subjects play a role to, to meet intellectual, spiritual, emotional, physical, and social needs. Any individual's potential can't be developed separately. Every potential that it must be linked or coordinated with the potential with another potential. Next is overall individual development. The national curriculum provides a similar education programs and provides ample opportunity for all students to acquire their skills, as well as comprehensive and balanced knowledge through experience directly. D. Curriculum that meets various needs. The curriculum will formulated with the curriculum that are formulated will meet the needs of students according to various needs, such as special education, smart education, education of non-native children, education of homeless children, school education in hospitals, and school education in prisons. E. Lifelong education. Knowledge and skills given is the foundation that all students need as a requirement on facing daily life and become the foundation of lifelong education live, life. Therefore, the educational process should not stop as far as nature schooling only, but over continuing throughout the life. So moving on to chapter 2, which is curriculum design. Since the revised curriculum design is still based on integration through 6 pillars to give birth to a balanced human being, that 6 pillars are revealed to represent the field of knowledge, skills, and values that underlie humans' capital development. The first one is communication support. It emphasized the process of applying interaction skills in oral and nonverbal forms. Students need to master these skills to assist them in the process of acquiring knowledge, skills, and values in other pillars. And then there's pillars of physical and aesthetic development. It emphasizes physical development and health for personal well-being and nurturing imagination, creativity, talent, and appreciation. For humanitarian support, it emphasized the study and mastery of knowledge and practice about humane by using critical, analytical, speculative, and not empirically natural science. This pillar supports students' development by ensuring psychomotor, cognitive, and affective domains covering aspects of knowledge, skills, and values for the emotional and physical elements of students are developed positively. Next is self-skills support. It emphasized the nurturing of leadership and personality through curriculum and co-curriculum activities. Students are given the opportunity to integrate knowledge, skills, and values learned in the classroom and practice it in co-curricular activity. Next is pillars of science and technology. Emphasizing mastery is in scientific knowledge, skills, and scientific attitudes, knowledge, skills, and values in mathematics, and technology-based knowledge and skills. And then there's pillars of spirituality, attitudes, and values. It emphasizes the field's learning that focus on the appreciation of religious practice, beliefs, attitudes, and values. These pillars consist of various disciplines of knowledge which can shape individuals' development as a whole. Next is standard-based curriculum. KSSR is formulated in the form of a standard statement to enable all students receive the same education, the same quality of education. The standard consists of the standard content, learning standard, and performance standard. To be achieved by pupils in a period and level of schooling. For standard content, it's a specific statements about that things that students should know and can do in a period of schooling, covers expect knowledge, skills, and values. For learning standard, it is a set of criteria or indicators quality of learning and possible achievements measured for each standard content. Then the last one is performance standard. It is a set of criteria that shows the stage students needs to master as an indication that something that has been controlled. Next is curriculum focus. Okay, curriculum focus divided into two levels, which is level 1 and level 2. For level 1, it emphasizes reading, writing, counting, and give judgment and evaluation using common sense or logic guided by religious beliefs and values. While level 2 is higher order thinking skill or HOTS is emphasized through explicit statements in the curriculum documents of all subjects to enable high-level thinking skills to be applied and mastered by students. The next slide is curriculum organization. So KSSR is organized in linear form, which is the core subject and additional subject. For the core subjects, it covers basic part of the learning. Students are required to study all those subjects, but there are exceptions for two of the subject, which is Islamic education, which must be learned by religious student, uh, Muslim students, while the moral education learned by non-Muslim students. Additional subjects are language discipline options offered to students to enable students to be proficient in various languages. Students are given the opportunity to choose to study at least one subject addition according to school readiness in terms of teacher preparation, demand from students as well as school infrastructure. And the last one is KSSR subjects and time allocation. Okay, so percentage of time for teaching and learning basic skills exaggerated at level 1 to determine students to master it, while at stage 2 emphasis is given to the consolidation and application of knowledge, skills, and values of a knowledge. Teaching and learning time for all eyes mainstream lessons. They need to follow hours of the years, and for special education, the teaching and learning time is subject to the Education Regulation Special 2013.